come humans have this fear of being wrong? Like, it doesn't matter what the topic is, people will defend their views, even if it's wrong, to the bitter end. News, political ideas, even scientific concepts that have been largely validated. Well, I watched this video that says something completely different. They're lying to you. Seriously? Now, I'm always open to the idea of being wrong. Hey, I don't know everything, but I'm logical enough to know that. I don't have an ego to bruise if I'm wrong. I just learn about what I don't know and move on. Others? Oh my God. There is this crowd out there that even if you tell them 2 + 2 is 4, they'll argue. Because they saw a video on the internet. I saw a video on the internet! Bruh. Really? Like, how fragile is your ego that you can't admit that you messed up, that you were wrong? Doesn't matter what it is, from political views to not following directions on a toaster oven, so many people just won't admit they're wrong. They'll go above and beyond, doing all sorts of mental gymnastics trying to twist things around, clutching on shaky examples spewed out by largely illegitimate media outlets, surrounding themselves in a bubble of fake news and unsubstantiated factoids, all tucked away in their pockets, ready to unload on you as soon as you have a different point of view. Constantly shouting their regurgitated lines, however crazy, in the hopes that their incessant screaming will get you to either walk away or they'll inevitably block you on whatever platform, thinking that they won the argument. Dude, blocking someone on social media doesn't make you win an argument, okay? That's not how debates work. That's not how conversations go. A free flow and exchange of ideas is not a competition. It's a sharing of perspectives and knowledge in which both parties can learn from one another. But somehow, society just looks at information as this us versus them type scenario. There's always gotta be a side. There's always gotta be a team. There's always gotta be a winner and a loser. Yo, if you're in that mentality of information and knowledge is a win-lose type of prize fight, get the hell off the planet. All of you. 'Cause seriously, you're the problem with the planet. Every topic, no matter how simple or irrelevant, always devolves into some schoolyard fight of flailing children swinging their arms wildly and screaming nonsense until someone inevitably has to break it up. Why? Yo, it's okay to be wrong. What's not okay is continuing to be wrong and carrying those false ideas for the rest of your life and passing them on to your kids. That is wrong. I would rather admit I was wrong and in that instance become a better person than angrily try to defend a failed idea for the rest of my life. 'Cause misinformation, in your mind, is kind of like a wound, okay? You can educate yourself and pour some alcohol on it. You know, it may sting for a second or two, but after that, the healing can start, and eventually you'll feel a lot better. Or you can leave it unattended, festering, slowly oozing its infectious goo all over everything, getting other people sick, and slowly destroying your body, or in this case your mind, over time. All this for the sake of keeping your ego intact. You were right and held fast to your ideas. Congratulations. You know, and the problem is, this isn't just regular folks. This also happens in academia. Scientists, archaeologists, and those sorts of so-called intellectuals, which we're all supposed to be looking up to as the apex of mental human evolution, these people have a long history of dismissing new theories, which end up being true, merely because it conflicts with their own research at the time. They'll go out of their way to discredit those with opposing theories and destroy potential ideas before they can see the light of day, all for the sake of protecting their own work or wallets. And this says a lot about humanity. A human would rather silence new forms of technology, medicine, and historical information at the expense of the collective intelligence and growth of humankind, merely to preserve their own ego. Look, I don't care if it's my life's work. If something comes out that's validated to be true and changes the history of humanity, but is in conflict with my own ideas and theories, yo, I'll gladly step aside, okay? And perhaps we've all forgotten about the greater good, or the needs of the many. And honestly, our society has raised a generation of people to only think of themselves. They are the center of their own world, and everything revolves around them, and we all seem to encourage it. At least for now. But honestly, if you live with an overinflated ego, you're living a failed life. There's nothing wrong with having a sense of self-worth or wanting your views to be valid, but not at the expense of true information and facts. And though facts and science can change over time, it can only change if people are open to new ideas. Be open to new ideas. There's nothing wrong with being wrong, but living a life rigid in your own views, it's just tragic, okay? Be better. Open your minds. It's not a crime to open your mind. I try to do it all the time. And even though I don't like minds, I'm open to the idea of putting them in an invisible box and hiding their socks and tossing that box into the ocean. Let it sink to the floor, and then there will be minds no more. What? Minds are biodegradable. Shut up.